Hey everyone, it's army building season. Alright, what is up, Soda population? As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos, and today, yes, we are absolutely talking about this beautiful, beautiful Giff? We'll talk about it, but before that, I did want to give some quick updates about the Shodo Super Gokaiger set that we talked about the last episode. So let's dive right into this. This is actually up for pre-order right now. It is also up on Tokullectibles right now. I just wanted to let you know, the links are in the description down below, and it is rather expensive. Altogether, I paid about $208 for the both of them. It hurts a lot, and genuinely it feels like there may have been a bit of a markup. I'm not 100% sure. Like, the base figure set itself, I don't know, it was more than I was expecting, but honestly, like, it's Gokaiger, and I think they knew that, and like, you know, I spent it anyway. These are wonderful, wonderful figures, but if that is a deal breaker for you, I totally understand. I will have you know there are payment plan options through Tokullectibles. That's you know, through that site. If you wanted to go through a different middleman service, like from Japan or anything of the sort, you know, that option is made available to you. I don't know if it'll be any cheaper. I have no idea. Shipping is going to be such a big factor. But maybe, since these guys ship out next year in the summer, maybe the shipping prices will be better. I'm not 100% sure what they're basing the shipping prices off of for these guys, so do keep all of that in mind when you're trying to purchase these items. Anyways, that is it for the update on these guys. Let us now move on to this guy. This is the Giff, or the Jiff. Genuinely, I've only watched episode 1 of this show. My bad. But I believe this is their army builder. And I gotta say, like, right off the bat, if you are a gift giver this season, and you are gift giving for a collector, the absolute best thing to get them, if they're an action figure collector, is an army builder. You can never have enough. If you're able to find one, if you're able to score one, even maybe not at the best price, it is always going to be an appreciated item in a collector's collection. So, just wanted to get that out there while we dive into this guy. So yeah, let's actually talk about this guy for a bit. So, buy a lot of them, like I said, but also, these guys are incredibly detailed on their own. They cited that, yeah, a lot of Kamen Riders have more angular and, like, symmetrical details, but these guys have very intricate, like, lines and crevices and all that stuff, and it is rendered pretty well here. On top of that, the chest gets this very nice, asymmetric, organic-looking design. Same with the shoulders there. So yeah, as they were saying in the blog itself, these are asymmetrical. They went through and made sure of that. It's a little tough to see from this angle. So from the top, you do get to see that, like, the right side, his right side, is a little bit more flared out than the left side. You know, if you can tell. This is also showing us that, hey, he still retains the butterfly joint, the faux butterfly joint, or as Soto is calling it, the drawer joint. And I think that's, you know, rather unique for them. It's very, very cool, a very awesome innovation. But there are some notes about this thing. Specifically, the peg size is not as long as Revice and is more akin to Vice. So it might be a little bit more prone to popping out. Not 100% sure on, you know, how it is actually going to work out. But it is a shorter peg. The reason they went up in size for the pegs, for Revice, is because they wanted to make it a little bit more secure. This might not be as secure, but you know what? It still works out fine. My Saber figures, they all have that same size peg, and it works out just fine. Same with Vice. Like, they're still keeping that peg size with Vice. The reason why they decided to keep that shoulder peg size is because of the head and the way it's mounted. Basically, just like Vice, that ball down at the base of the, or I guess in the chest, like the ball jointed area in the chest, that interferes with the area that you would typically use for the drawer joint, so they had to cut that peg down. But it's not a big loss at all. Like, it's honestly fine. On top of that, you can still get plenty of range of motion out of it. You don't get the most range of motion, but he can still look up. We also have a very nice, like, really smooth, I guess, leg area. What they really wanted to highlight here is that they still kept the, I guess, I'm not quite sure what to call it, but like the way that they covered the ball joint in the hips, that is still retained on this Army Builder figure. So that's very nice to see. I absolutely love that they brought that in and have not skimped out on that at all. On top of that, here's a look at the weapon. I hesitate to call this a sword. Maybe it's a knife? Realistically, I guess it would be a machete? I'm not sure. But it has a bone on it. And on top of that, it has no meat removal. So that's very cool. That just means that there is no, like, empty areas here for molding purposes. It is full-on dense plastic. So that's really cool. On top of that, we do get a view of the legs in the B set, and like they were saying, get used to seeing these things on sprues. That gets us more budget for other things like paint or even molding. And that's not the only sort of cost-cutting measure they were able to implement with this guy. His chest actually does not come apart, and you can't, like, swap that armor around with other people. It is actually just molded onto that torso. So all of that is, like, maybe like 2 or 3 different pieces, as opposed to like the separating chest armor that they typically do with Shodo. And that was really allowing them to save on production time. Basically, if they made those chest armor pieces pegs, that would mean they need to test those pegs and make sure they actually worked as instructed. But since they just molded it on there, they don't need to do that at all. And they were able to push, like, give more production time to other figures that definitely needed it. So I appreciate, I appreciate the management of these lines. So that's very cool. Also, here's a look at the sticker sheet for the B side, actually. And there are really only 11 stickers here. And the only stickers on the A side are none. None stickers. There are no stickers on the A side, so it is a very quick build. G-Man noted that, hey, they had to build quite a lot of these guys, a lot of these Giffs or Jiffs for this blog post. So it was really helpful that there weren't so many stickers, and they got them done in about, like, 8 minutes a pop. So that's not too bad. It's a good time. I can't wait to get these in hand and get, like, tons of them. Also, I believe that is it for this guy. So next week we are going to be talking about more Shodo Revice, but before this blog ended, they did want to give us a little bit more information about the Buy 2 wave that's coming out very soon, or that is out in Japan right now. So make sure you're getting on top of your AmiAmi or HLJ or your Hobby Search, whichever site you use. Make sure that you get your payments in as soon as you can, just to get these in time for the holidays. But either way, they gave us a little bit of an overview. There wasn't too much new information, but they did say that, hey, we noticed that the printing on here, the instructions to let them combine, those didn't come out too clear. So what they went and did was they provided really awesome clear images of the instructions here. And, you know, just a little bit of, like, production stuff. You do see, like, the little areas where it seems like there are folds that are supposed to be there, and, like, little punch-outs for the rippable portions of the plastic. So that's very cool. So, if you are finding it difficult to see these once you have them in hand, either come back to this video or head on over to the blog or even the Sodapop Twitter page, and those resources will be available to you. Links are in the description. Anyways, that is it for these instructions. The last thing that the blog wanted to tell us is that, hey, The first phase for this, the Vice campaign, is that's basically ended. Like, it is. They said at the time it was ending soon, but the campaign for the first wave has ended. If you don't remember, there are 3 waves of, I guess, potential redeeming periods. The first wave is over, and it only concerned barcodes from buy 1. You had to send in 6 barcodes from buy 1, and then you might have a chance of getting this guy. Either way, there are 3 whole, I guess, it's going to be persisting until buy 3, potentially. So make sure, keep your eyes on this. These might be hitting the aftermarket soon. I am very worried about how people will decide to either mark this up or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the market decides. Either way, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments section down below what you're going to be gift giving this season. What gifts you want to give people. And hey, what gifts do you want? What army builders are you looking for this season? I am a big proponent of army builders, as Giffs always works for collectors. Definitely try it out. But hey, if you're still looking for stuff to buy, there's plenty of Gokaiger merch that I designed myself, linked in the description down below if you want to check that out. But more importantly, there are fantastic links to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement, the hashtag #StopAnti-Asian-Hate, and also just a donation link to the Trevor Project. And if you have any other holiday charities or just charities in general that you want us to share with the world, share with the Soto population, head on over into the Candy Toy Corner Discord, linked in the description down below, and suggest it to us in the feedback portion. We really want to know, and we really want to, you know, highlight some very awesome charities that maybe you guys are passionate about as well. We'll take a look, and we'll see what we can do about, you know, just talking about them on here. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it. Oh no! Where's my progress key? Ah! There it is. Keep it. I'll see you next time. That's being kept in, by the way. You've probably heard this a lot. I never cut. I never, you know, this isn't edited, so that's just how this is gonna happen. Okay, bye-bye.